Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill-Staxx, and today I got Cali Dago. What's up, man?
What up, big dog? How you doing?
Good, bro.
This is my first time doing something like this, and I'm still a kid, and I'm just kind of like dragging on the coattail at this point, just trying to earn a little bit of stripes or whatever. And so boom, dude goes into the mop room to grab the mop, and we're right there in the threshold in the doorway. And the dude who was the right hand at the time looks at the dude and says, "So you like fucking with children?" And the dude looks at him and he looks like he sees a ghost. And as soon as he says that, the dude like drops the mop. And I mean, it was just on and cracking from there. That fool hit him. We started smashing this fool in the mop room, and all you hear is just the sounds of feet screeching and heavy hits getting landed on this fool. And fool end up falling down. We end up stomping on him, beating him really bad. And when we get done beating him, the fool's like stiff, like his arms like stiff up in the air, like he was. I thought we just killed this dude. I was like, man, we fucked this fool up. And boom, we shut the door, finished cleaning, and the fool's still in the mop room, like he's like,
Left him in there?
yeah, hell yeah, left him in there. So he's still in the mop room, and it's been like 20 minutes. So I'm thinking in my head, like, oh my god, I think we just murdered this fool. And because this, like, when we left the mop room, this fool was laying on his back, and his arms were like, he was like stiff, and his arms were like straight up.
He's
And I
probably
was like,
knocked out. He's probably
yeah,
knocked out.
he was completely knocked out, and he was like
Yeah.
went stiff. So I was like, what the fuck? And so boom, we get done cleaning and everything, and hold up, hey, shoot back. So we get done cleaning and everything, and boom, count time comes around, and they tell everybody to get on their bunk for count or whatever. So the CO comes by for count, and old boy's not on his bunk. Or he's like recount, and he starts like, where the fuck is this dude, this and that. So
It's
he
in the
does like
dorm, right? It's in the dorm.
yeah, it's in a 200-man dorm. And so boom, next thing you know, the CO starts looking around. He opens up the mop room and sees this fool just mangled on the floor and hits the button on his fucking waist. And next thing you know, the whole goon squad comes running in, fucking guns blazing. And boom, they come running in, and they take this fool out on a stretcher. And once they take him
Checking
out,
everyone's hands, right? Checking
well,
everyone's
that's
hands.
what I got to get into. So they see that the dude's white, so they tell all the whites that they're stripped down to their underwear. It's just only the whites were made like they only told the whites to strip down. So boom, all the whites stripped down. We're sitting there standing up like in our little driveway, fucking next to our bunk in our underwear. And the COs are coming by, looking at our hands, looking at our backs, looking to see if we have any marks. And one of the dudes had a pretty swollen hand because he was really like laying some pretty heavy hits on this fool.
Yeah.
And boom, so they end up taking one of the dudes out who had a fucked up hand. And boom, that was basically it. That was all that happened.
So that it wasn't on camera or nothing, right?
Nah, hell no. There was no cameras in the building. Like even right now where I'm at, there's no cameras in the building.
I don't know if people know, but you're locked up right now. And do you have a cellie?
I don't. My celly just he went to the pre-release dorm. He's about to get out. He's about to touch down. He's got like 60 days left.
Damn, man. You want to give me a tour of your cell?
I can't really move the phone around because I lose the connection, but I mean that's basically it right there.
Yeah. Damn. So when there was a time when I was in jail, they moved this dude into my cell, and I was like, nah, man. I was like, nah, he ain't coming in here.
But now there's been times where like if I got so much time that if someone moves into my cell and the transfer of energy isn't right or they have a bad vibe to them and I just don't feel like I want to live with that person. I'm just gonna respectfully ask them like, hey man, it's probably best that you just go and tell the seal that we're not compatible and fucking and ask them to do a convenient bed move. If not, then I put his shit on the rock. I put like there's been 3 different cellies that I've had that I didn't like, and I just literally just grabbed all their shit when they're in the shower, threw it on the rock. Tell them, man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't coming back in here.
Is there a lot of people that are coming in and leaving since you've been there? Like a lot of people are coming, going, coming and
See,
going.
the dorm that I've been in right here, I've seen it flip probably about maybe 4 or 5 times, like as far as with new faces and everything like that. And a lot of people, like 50 people, just left out the dorm not that long ago. And so there's like a lot of empty spaces in here right now. And with the way the COVID is, that like the people that come will get transferred from a different yard. They got to do a 14-day quarantine, and then they
Yeah.
got to go to the receiving dorm, and then they got to stay there for like a month or two. So like right now, I'm basically riding. I haven't had a celly in probably like 3 weeks.
Shit, that's good, right?
Hell yeah! It's just I don't know. Sometimes if you don't got a good celly, it makes time hard. And the best thing to do if you got a celly that's disrespectful is just go ahead and get around out the way. That way he knows that I mean you're about your shit, and that
Yeah.
you're willing to fight. You're not gonna sit there and just kind of be a bitch about shit. So like
So
if I
what
have
do
a
you
bad celly, I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and get that round out the way first quarter. That way he knows like everything just ain't sweet.
yeah, like you ain't gonna talk to me some type of way.
Hell no, I got too much time to be fucking sitting here playing with these motherfuckers.
Cause there's a lot of young kids that are real disrespectful, man.
Well, that's anywhere you go, and I look at it like this: like I'm not a disrespectful person. I feel like you go a long way based off of being respectful and treating the next man with respect. So I mean, the way that I was taught, like from the time I first came to jail, is you feel disrespected, take flight, and that's a mandatory thing. So that's like kind of like a code that I live by. If I feel disrespected, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with you and argue. Win, lose or draw, I'm gonna show you I'm gonna hit you, and
Yeah.
that's how I'm gonna get my point across. And that's I promise you, you ain't gonna come out the mouth sideways again. And if you beat me, well, guess what? I mean, that's cool. If you get disrespectful with me again, then you know what? I'm gonna hit you again, and we could do that. We could do it all over again.
So how are the guards where you are? How is the security there?
Right now, see, I got a second-degree escape charge, so I'm behind 3 fences, and so the guards, I'm gonna be honest, there's like a lot of lifers and a lot of people that have big senses in this dorm, like as far as they're not going home anytime soon. So the guards, they they're chill. I mean, every now and again you got a guard that trips or whatever and does too much or whatever, but for the most
Super
part,
cop,
a lot.
super cop and
What's it?
shit.
Do what now?
The super cops, right? The ones that want to sit
Yeah, super
in your
cops.
cell.
Every now and again you get one like that, but the best thing to do is just put your shit up and wait for the fucker to go home and just fucking take a day off from fucking with the phone and shit like that. So
Yeah.
um, but I think that with the guards, like it's same. I mean, I'm not the type of person who's going to be in a guard's face. Is I'm not gonna. I have nothing to say to the like. At the end of the day, they work on that side of the fence. I'm on this side of the fence. I can't relate with them. I have nothing to say to them. So if they leave me alone, I'm gonna leave them alone, and that's the way I look at it.
Is there a lot of good people locked up where you are?
Um, I would say that well, there's good people everywhere. I'd say that there's a lot of good, yeah, there's a lot of good people in here. They just make bad choices. That's all
Yeah.
that is. It's everybody makes mistakes and made bad choices in their life. Nobody's perfect. So yeah, I think that there's a lot of really good people in here. I'm gonna be honest with you, most of my friends, even on the street, are just about every one of my friends been to prison.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this prison genre is pretty big on YouTube now, man.
yeah, I mean the prison it sucks, but at the end of the day, I mean if you're I mean the universe is gonna bring like righteous people together. So if you're righteous, you have good intentions, you're automatically going to be drawn to someone who's righteous and has good intentions as well. And that's
Yeah.
the way I look at it. Like I go, the only thing that we have in here is our spiritual gifts, like vibes, frequencies, energy, stuff like that. So if if I'm speaking with someone and the energy ain't right and they got a bad vibe to them, and I can just feel like they got wicked intentions or whatever, I'm not gonna speak with that person. I'm gonna keep it pushing, and I'm not gonna try to initiate a conversation with them. It's I'm just gonna stay out their way, and I hope that they do the same. And that's the way I
So,
look at it.
what's your plan when you get out of prison? What's your plan so that you don't go back?
See, my plan that I don't go back. Definitely don't start selling drugs. I mean, I feel like that's what landed me back in prison. Um, so I think that my plan, like when I was in California, I ended up doing fire camp for a couple years as well. So I got all these certificates saying how I'm like foul fire, like certified and all this shit. I got 2,000 active fire hours and stuff. So I think I'm gonna pursue trying to become a firefighter.
Yeah, they bring you where the wildfires are and they make you put it out, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like I was in fire camp for for 2 years, and the fire camp was honestly, it didn't even feel like I was in jail. They literally like you're literally at like a firehouse. Like, but you gotta really put in the work to be able to get there. Like I had to like I was on where was I was at Susanville in California, and like you gotta literally put in the work. Like you gotta do these college courses. You gotta do a 2 week like physical, like intense, like crazy intense, like physical that they you gotta pass, and then once you get certified, I end up getting hog certified. Like you either become a bumblebee or a hog. I end up passing with hog status, and end up becoming a firefighter. Like it was legit. Like it really felt like I was a firefighter. It was the crazy part. I didn't even feel like I was in jail.
Was that the first time you were in jail?
Yeah, that was the first time I was in prison.
Yeah. How much time did you do that time?
I did uh I did a little like 30 something months.
Yeah, I did a year. I did 2.5 years the first time I went to prison.
Where were you at?
I was in Little Cheshire, and then I went to Gardner in Connecticut. I got arrested for a home invasion.
Oh yeah, see that's that right there's a I mean that's a charge. If someone comes in here with a home invasion, I could be cool with that person, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
because that's a straight charge. My first time I got arrested for armed robbery, and it wasn't even like someone. It was all over a bunch of pounds of weed, really.
You
Like
want to
someone tried to
explain?
rob.
You want to explain that situation?
Yeah, so the first time I got arrested, like